Hello, hello, hello. How we doing tonight? Good afternoon, evening, morning, what have you. Happy Friday. Come in, Boogie. This music is a vibe. Yeah, it is. It's pretty chill. I like it. It's a royalty-free 90s rain lo-fi playlist on YouTube. It's pretty good. Pretty good. I like it. So I don't know. I was originally going to come in today to play some Fallen Order, but it's been running pretty bad the last couple streams that we've tried it. So I'm thinking maybe we do something else. So I'm debating redoing my room, like my stream room. So I kind of want to go and look at the Reddit battle stations and see what people have done to their rooms and see if we can find any inspiration or ideas on how to make it a vibe in here. I think that's something that I kind of want to check out. So I've pulled up the site. And let's see if I can get it set up real quick. Battle stations. There we go. And I guess I should probably go to the corner. I'm not carrying a child. It's a pillow. It's a Valentine's Day pillow. Tis the season, as they say. Okay, and let's resize this a little bit. Resize that a little bit so we can kind of see battle stations. Like, I'll carry a child, don't get me wrong. Come get some Mpreg on the menu, but that's currently not what it was. Cradling an infant. I mean, I do feel like some days at work you deal with children, right? That's how it feels sometimes. So let's go ahead and let's check out some of these battle stations. Do let me know if the volume's okay. I changed a couple things in the audio. Hopefully this is fine. It was sounding pretty rough the other day when I was listening back to it. So hopefully this is okay for now. Okay. If I blow these up, how big does this make it for you guys? A little big. Let's go ahead and make that just slightly smaller. So when I blow up the pictures, we can get a nice, good look at them. Yeah, something like that. That looks pretty good. And then when we exit out, yeah, it just looks like Reddit. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at Reddit battle stations. Okay, so this first one, Buddy has 2 mice. Don't really know what that's about. But they have the old, like, booted up, like, 90s desktop speakers. Right? And what are they, a VTuber? Look at this. They got the, like, the charge stand. They got, like, the phone charge stand going on. They have some greens, some plants. I like the plants, the greenery. I'm not sure how I feel about the kind of not same size monitor setup. Not sure how I feel about that, but overall it's pretty chill. I like the mouse pad. Little Baby Yoda and Jango Fett with some whiskey. Okay. Kind of a little earthy kind of vibe to a battle station. And then this one. Okay, this is clean. I like this. I like the main monitor being just a regular size and then pretty much using like 2 half-size monitors. I'd love to get a monitor like that for chat, to be honest. Like the little side one there. That's pretty cool. The floating shelves. It looks like they're into camera work. I'm not a fan of having the PC on the floor like that. It looks like maybe it's risen up a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see right down there. I'm not a fan of having the PC like that, but it's not terrible. So, but it's a vibe. I like the dark gray walls. I like the floating, asymmetrical shelving. That's fun. Okay. Oh, we're going back to this side for this one. All right. I do not like this one. I'm not a fan of this one. It reminds me too much of a like a tackle shop, like a bait shop, with the kind of fishing line stuff going on, and maybe that's the point. They have like a stained bar top kind of vibe, and I feel like the PC really doesn't feel like it fits. This would be super cozy as like a reading nook or something, though. I think it'd be really cool as a reading nook, but for its current purpose, not something I think we'll go for. Oh my god, chat, it's my monitor. Look at that. That's the monitor I have, pretty much. I actually don't know if it is. It's close, though. So I debated doing this, setting up like a regular monitor on top of my super ultra wide. I did debate doing that. We didn't go that route yet, but it is a consideration. It is a consideration. That is a really long mic arm coming over. I'm sure if I took a picture of my mic arm, it wouldn't be too far off difference, but that looks like a really far mic arm. Maybe I'm crazy, but it definitely does. And their question was, where do I put the Rodecaster, which is right there. I really want a Rodecaster. Specifically, I want the Rodecaster 2 Duo. The 2-input one, not the 4-input one. So I can have one for my mic and one for a guitar mic, basically. But the only reason I never bought it, A, it's a little expensive, but B, is I have no idea where I would put it. It is very cumbersome. It doesn't go on a desk very well. Just like the Go XLR never really went on a desk super well. Yeah. I do like the like wood tiled backboard thing going on. I think that's pretty neat. Kind of a big fan of that, to be honest. Let me change my title real quick since I actually decided what we were doing. Looking through room setups for inspiration. See if we can find a vibe, because I plan on building. I have them ordered. They're not going to be here till March 3rd, but I'm going to be building some acoustic panels to go in my room because it needs it pretty badly, and some bass traps. And I'm just trying to find a vibe for how I want to set it up and make it look aesthetically. Because right now it's just like, it's pretty bad, chat. Right now it is a bunch of the late 80s, early 90s, the like wood paneling that got put on walls everywhere. I don't have drywall in this room. It's wooden paneling, and they painted it white. And so it's just really kind of gross looking. It's kind of ugly. I'm not a fan of it. But we're gonna do a paint job, and then we're gonna do these acoustic panels. I just don't know how I want. Okay, this looks clean as fuck. Like that. I love that the wood there going into it has almost like this. Almost feels like you've mounted like in a store with the Steam Deck going on there. The little wine cooler. Little wine cooler down there. That's super cute too. Oh my gosh. This is kind of a vibe. I don't know how I feel about that. The backboard thing going on. The pegboard for controllers and stuff is nice. I like that idea. Got the IKEA desks and shelves. Understandable. I think the monitor's tilted down, tilted forward a little bit. How do we feel about that? I don't know how I feel about having a monitor tilted towards you from above. That feels a bit strange to me. But I guess that could be okay. I like how he has the old Call of Duty stuff. This almost feels like he's in a very tiny room though. Like they're in a very small room. Because this feels like it was meant to be like part of a kitchen, and they just turned it into a game space. Dude, okay, the Master Chief stuff up top, the Halo stuff up top is kind of a vibe. I like that the PlayStation is not in view. Right? Like, I think he's running emulation off of the Steam Deck into that TV and playing it from the couch with a controller and using it like a TV emulator. That's pretty sick. So far, I think this is the one I'm most inspired by. I'm liking how bright and vibrant it is. Ooh. Okay. This have a late latte kind of vibes. Have a coffee at the end of the night. I kind of have that setup going on right now with having the iPad there. I have it for tracking, but Pokemon Glow, enjoy your lurk. We're just looking at battle stations, trying to get some inspiration for redoing my room. Just trying to get some inspiration tonight. Yeah, it's a little cluttered, but it's a cozy vibe. Okay, I like this. I like the wood with the kind of softer lighting and backdrop there. They have the full-blown monitors, like the studio monitors on their desk and everything. I have a pair behind me. They're not on my desk, thankfully, but I do rock some monitors. Mine don't look that good. Those are nice. Those are like the Yamaha YRC 50s or whatever. That's kind of a vibe, though. I like that he has multiple audio interfaces down here. You guys can't really see, but like there's 2 different audio interfaces. That's one of the Volts, I'm pretty sure, and then that's like an old Motu. So he's taking audio pretty seriously at the very least. Oh my god, is that actually a city, or do you think that's artwork? That has to actually be a city, right? Oh, that would be so cool though, to do artwork that makes it look like behind your desk is looking out on the city. That could be sick. That could be sick, having like studio panels and getting artwork to cover them, looking out onto, like, I would do like Tokyo or something like that, but you could have it outlook to a city. That'd be sick. Oh man, people do some really interesting things, some really cool things. Again, I'm not sure how I feel. Again, you guys probably can't see. I'm not sure how I feel about the PC on the floor. I don't like that. I like having the PC on a desk or next to me or something. Way prefer that to having it on the floor. I get that that's not for everyone, though. Not everyone likes to have it on a desk seeable, but again, I like the side monitor. I don't like that it's touching the desk, but it's a vibe. They're kind of keeping it in line with the top. That's such a cool outlook, though. I would love to have a city skyline like that to look out to. Sadly, I don't. Oh, that's sick. Look at that water cooling. Look at that water cooling. They got multiple loops going on. Multiple PCs. Why can I not zoom in on this one? I could zoom in on the other ones. Unfortunate. I was really wanting to see, because it looks like they have a bucket here with water in it coming up to the pump to water cool this PC from a fucking bucket on the floor. Kind of looks like a very college dorm kind of vibe to it. Don't know that I would want to do something like that, but all the water cooling is really cool. We're in Chess Peace. Thanks for kindling your flame. I hope you had a good Friday. We are just going over Reddit r/battle stations. I'm redoing my room here in the next month or so, and I'm just looking for some inspiration on what to do with it. But welcome in. Okay, so this is very like Star Wars coded to me. This has like that Imperial hard black and white vibe to it. I don't know that I would do this myself, I'm not sure I would do it myself, but I can understand the appeal to it. They have space to kind of keep, you know. Oh, Don. They have space to kind of keep some manga or a book that they're reading in the room. Where are the snacks? I'm right here, baby girl. No, I don't know. Oh, I like that. They got a macro pad there. I like that a lot. It's clean. I think this is the Secret Labs Magnus desk too. That looks pretty sick. Unfortunately, I don't have a grand to buy that desk, but I don't have any snacks myself. I had a pan pizza from Pizza Hut and some cheese sticks for dinner. That's what I did for dinner. I just see money I don't have. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I had a pepperoni and ham pizza. What the hell? I wasn't trying to buy. Oh, that's an ad. That's an ad. I thought I was clicking on a battle station. That's unfortunate. That looks sick. Two of them. This is basically my monitor. Two of those. Okay, I like the like, I don't know if they're blues or purples or what, but I like the vibe. Look, man, Lee, I hope you had a good Friday. We are just checking out some Reddit battle stations. I'm gonna redo my room in this next month, and I'm looking for some inspiration. Thanks for the clip. I kind of hate this a little bit. Let me tell you why. So this is clearly meant to be a two-person setup. It better be a two-person setup, like a his and hers, because otherwise the fact that this PC is on, like, I'm looking into it from the side the player won't see. Like if they're sitting in the sit spot, they're not gonna see the side of the PC. And that's useless. What's the point? So I don't like that. I like the blue, so it's a vibe. It's a nice desk, nice mouse pad. Rocking the Elgato Wave XLR. I don't have my arm to wave. We could do this, right? We could do this. How do I get rid of that? Hi, chess piece. Hi. How you doing, buddy? Hi. Oh, this is super clean. Look at that. They got just the plain paint single monitor. I don't know what this is. I'm assuming something for audio. They got the two stands speakers, you know, and then they have a drum pad right here, and then on the side here they have a MIDI keyboard. So they probably make like their own beats, play their own little music. I don't know if it's any good, but they very much do that. I can get behind that. I can support that. Oh, this is an actual his and hers setup. Okay, that's kind of sick though. Chat, would you game with your significant other in this room? I fucking would. I wish those monitors, like their main monitors, were slightly bigger. Those look like maybe 24-inch monitors. I wish they were like 27 to 32s. But like, look at that. So on the, I'm assuming I'm going to be genderist, right? I'm going to assume the dark chair is his and the white chair is hers. Okay. Right. So hear me out. I'm sorry if that seems sexist, but I'm going to assume dark, evil man, light, cheery woman, right? That's what this setup is giving me. I like that they have the panels. I like that they have the panels there that are matching side to side. I love that they both have basically the same audio interface and speakers, but they have them in reversed colors. They both have equivalent stream decks. Like that one has a white one, this one has a black one. The only thing I'm a little sad about, I wish this keyboard and mouse was black on this one and white on this one, and or vice versa. Maybe black on this one, white on this one. I wish the keyboard and mouse was the inverse, because everything else has been the inverse. Other than that, it's sleek. Looks like they have probably matching PCs. Probably have matching PCs, and they both have like footrests there. Dude, look at that. That's a sick footrest too. Oh, Secret Labs makes chair pads. I didn't realize that. That's kind of cool. That's the chair I have. This is the chair I'm in right now, is just the plain black Titan is what I'm sitting in. Can't recommend against buying them enough. Do not buy a Secret Labs chair. I think they're probably a massive waste of money for most people. I like my chair, don't get me wrong, but my chair is supposed to be almost $800. We got it into my work and I bought it for $250. I can justify this chair at $250. Cannot justify this chair at it's normally it's $749 plus the back pillows another $49, so it's $800 basically. Don't recommend buying Secret Labs at that price. How do they divide the center? I think the center is probably for communal things like controllers and stuff like that, right? Or cables, like extra USB cables, stuff like that. Does only one of them have headphones? Like, clearly this is your handheld gamer. They have a portal, they have a switch there. They got multiple controllers. This person doesn't. He just has a PlayStation controller. Clearly he's just a PS5 gamer, but he has a headset. I don't see a headset on this one. Am I blind? Only one of them play? I guess this person gets the privilege of playing on speakers 100% of the time, and then the other person has to play with headphones on sometimes. Oh. Okay, I like it though. I like the vibe. I like the wood. I like the kind of ambient lighting going in the back. It's good. I like that setup. If this doesn't scream I didn't have room for a setup in my house, I don't know what does. What is that? That's the first level of Sonic framed. Hell yeah. Got the MV7. I do not know that I would want a game in this room. I'm gonna be honest. They're rocking the Guitar Hero guitar there though. They got a Stream Deck Mini. I mean, they're making it work. They got a decent sized mouse pad for just the mouse. Can't fit their keyboard on it though. That's a little unfortunate. But they have two monitors, right? They got two monitors. They're playing what? Apex? I think. I don't know. They're playing a shooter game. They're playing a shooter up. I sometimes kick my feet so I can add a guard on the wall to help keep it clean. Oh, at that distance? Yeah. Yeah, so for like me, I have probably 3-ish feet until I would hit a wall. With my legs fully stretched out right now, I can't touch a wall. So I don't have to worry about that, but I know a lot of people, I've seen like a lot of room reviews and stuff like that people have done over the years, where it's like one of the biggest things, people will have just like almost mold looking stains, like black mold on the back of their walls because they always kick their feet up there. Insert short joke. No, my desk is just pulled away. So I have currently my desk is angled towards a corner and I have studio monitors behind the desk. So the desk is pulled away from the wall about 4 feet, and then the studio monitors are behind it. So when I kick out my feet, they come to probably about a foot past the underside of the desk. So I'm still like 3-ish feet away from the wall, I think. Give or take with my feet. Okay. Again, feels like they have a very small space, because for a standing desk, a sit-stand desk, this isn't very wide. Glow, don't bonk chess piece. They didn't even say your name. What are you getting mad at? What are you getting mad at chess for? What did they do? You're supposed to be lurking, not bonking. That's so rude. Why would you do that? Came back for violence. We're just vibing here, darling. Vibing. You don't need to come for violence. Okay, you didn't have to go back to lurk. I just said you didn't need to come back to violence. Sheesh. But okay, enjoy your lurk, I guess. Have fun. Oh, I like the controller stand they got going on there. You guys can't see that. They got like a duo controller stand right there. That's kind of nice. Is that Angry Birds? What is that? That's such a like, he looks so grumpy. Oh, why does he look so grumpy? Oh, I kind of like that. Is that a phone stand and he just has his phone set up as a clock, or is that like an actual clock thing? You know, I like a little bit. You know, chat, I'm getting kind of worried for my health going into this weekend. I think I'm going to be getting abused tomorrow, and I'm kind of concerned. I already cried about it earlier. We'll see what happens. Looks like a phone stand. You see a volume and power button. Yeah, I know, but it'd be so sick if that was just like a digital clock, right? I don't know how I feel about their computer speaker just being a center speaker. Maybe there's like left and rights that we do not see. Don't know how I feel about that. They do have like a light bar though to go down, which is where you're getting all these vibes from. It's pretty cozy. I don't know that I would want to game here, but I would do some office work here. Okay, this looks kind of sick. Look at that. Mounted keyboards. This man is serious about his stuff. Is that Batman in that octagon there? Like Batman in there? And maybe Superman on the down one? That seems like DC octagons. They got a nice... They got a PC with a clock on it. What? My PC doesn't have... Well, my PC does have a clock on it. My PC doesn't have a clock coming out the top like that, though. This is pretty chill. I feel like... Correct me if I'm wrong, chat, because maybe I'm crazy. I feel like this desk is not straight. I feel like this leg goes this way, like to the left, and this is like angled kicking out to the right. Like I feel like this desk is like, yeah, like it makes me feel like the floor is crooked. Like the desk is not sitting on the floor straight. It's either that or this is kind of bent. I don't know. I like the vibe though. You got like Batman stuff going on and got the nice little dark background like that. It's really cool. Oh, has some Edo period stuff. Has some like Japanese artwork going on up there. Some prints. That's pretty cool. I like the kind of pinkish red vibe going on with the lighting. I don't know what's going on with this wall situation here, but it's breaking my brain a little bit. It's a really small L for an L desk. Don't L desks normally go like half and half, like an actual L? That's crazy small. I do appreciate that if you don't have a second screen, kicking into a laptop for a second screen here. That's pretty nice. I don't like that they're using the... I really don't like that they're using the mouse pad as a coaster. Coasters are not expensive to buy. For anyone who doesn't know, you can get like a 10-pack of Glow. Boogie saw my pillow here. I thought I was carrying a child. My Valentine's Day pillow I got going on in here. He thought it was a baby. That was a baby when he came in. It's not. I was feeling kind of lonely. We were going into the Valentine's Day, and so I got out my pillow to cuddle and comfort. I needed a body pillow to just hang out with, right? Because I was so lonely setting stuff up. So we got the Valentine's Day pillow out. You know, sometimes that's how we do it. You know, we got a little bit of tea. We got the pillow. Sadly, no chocolates, but you know, there's still a couple weeks to fix that. We can get some chocolates. I think this room is probably really comfy. This looks like they needed this floor mat here to feel comfortable, and so they just shoved it in there. I can appreciate that. Are those LED blinds? What is going on with those blinds? I want to... Oh, it pulls inward? But he's blocking it with his monitor, so he can't open his window. They are committed to the bit. They do not have window access. So there is that, but it's probably fine. It's probably fine. Okay, this is sick. Look at that. They got a Roland TDK 5 or 7 or 9. I say that because I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. At least a 7. I can't tell what's on the other side. I'm going to say maybe he has the 2 other symbols. I say he has a TDK 9. That's sick as fuck. It's an electronic drum kit, chat. That's so cool. He has it just in his setup. He likes some music. And then, yeah, this boy has... Okay, so don't laugh at me, guys. So I'm a VTuber, right? And so we need lighting, right? For it to see our faces, right? So I have a key light mini that Elgato makes, right? And whenever I moved my room like around a couple months ago, because I was reducing stuff on my desk and stuff, the key light mini ended up on the floor. So it's like pointing at me from a low angle, so it actually is just blinding me while not actually doing much. It's kind of useless right now. I need to get it back up to like a proper height to fix it. But I mean, it's fine, right? It's not a you guys don't wanna see me anyways. It's okay. It's okay. It's not a big deal. Whenever I've changed my room around, we're literally looking at these to get vibes and moods for how we're going to redo the room. And I'm basically making the panels he has on the wall. I'm building those. I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 panels, and then I'm doing 4 bass traps. And when I do that, because this room is very just kind of white wall, but it's literally like, what are panels and bass traps? So acoustic panels are kind of like what you're seeing here. I'm making them more uniform. So he has like the acoustic foam here. An acoustic panel is basically like the ones I'm making are going to be 2 feet wide by 4 feet long, and they're going to be about 2 inches deep. And it's going to be wooden framed, and inside I'm putting either Owens Corning 703, or I'll put like some rock wool like 6 pounds per inch in it to make these panels. And it's basically what it does is whenever sound goes and hits the wall, it stops it from bouncing back to you. So it cuts down on reflections in the room. It'll mean there will be like less echo when like you clap and talk and stuff like that. And then a bass trap is significantly thicker. Usually you want it to be between, I don't know, like 10 and 20, might be a little big. Let's say like 10 and 16 inches deep. And you place them in the corners, along the corners. And what those do is it does the same thing where it basically stops the sound from going in and coming back. But low end has a lot more energy. So it takes, on average, for a bass wave to fully develop at 60 hertz, I believe it may be 80 hertz, either 60 or 80, which is like the low end of what a microphone will do in most cases. It takes 18 feet for that wave to fully develop. And so when you're in a room smaller than 18 feet, bass is just kind of going wild everywhere in the room, right? And so by getting the bass traps that are thicker, it absorbs, and basically it goes through the trap. It cuts down the energy as it goes through, and then when it hits the wall on the other side, it bounces back and comes back, but then it goes back through that again. So it just, on average, a single bass trap per wall cuts down the bass in the room by about 40%. If you get 2 per wall, it's closer to 60%. And I've been having a lot of issues. I don't know about today with the audio, but I've been a lot of issues when I'm going back and look at the VODs where I'm getting massive phase issues with too much bass coming in when I talk. So it's something that needs done. I've needed to do it for a while because I'm in a small room. I'm in like I think I'm in a 10 by 11 room. It's not like a tiny room, but it's not a big room. Okay, I have water right here. I've been hydrating. I've been drinking. We've already gone through 24 out of the 36 ounces of water since we started stream. But this room's sick. A nice audio interface into... Is that a fucking DVR? Does brother have a DVR at his PC? Is that what I'm looking at? A DVR? There's got the VTuber phone stand. Why does everyone have these stands? If you're not... Okay, like, serious question. If you're not using your phone as a camera at your desk or a webcam, why... He has a full audio chain going on right there. That's sick. Why do you need a phone stand like that? Do people just use phone stands at their desk? If I just set my phone next to my key, it just plops down. I don't know. Hey, look, he has my foot pedal. I have that foot pedal. It's really nice. It's a 3-button macro. It's pretty cool. I like the room. I don't know how I feel about the floor, especially since it's peeling. Side streaming to like TikTok or something. Oh, I mean, maybe, I guess. Like TikTok live from your phone. He does have the Rode Pod mic. I don't know how I feel about that. He has a nice drum kit. He has a really clean looking setup. But then he has the Pod mic. Which, no hate on the Pod mic, but it's like he has a $2,000 electronic drum kit, but then he bought a $99 microphone. Priorities, I guess, seem a little out of whack to me, but maybe he's only using it for voice chat or something. Still, this is sick. I like the outside shot. This is a vibe. Maybe he got the filters right. Yeah, no. So to be clear, the Pod mic's not even a bad mic. The Pod mic is a good mic. I've debated picking one up from my mic locker. I like how that sound, especially on my voice. Like, my voice is kind of dark, and the only real highs that come out on my voice are like the actual vocal fry of my throat being torn up. So I like the idea of the Pod mic because it's a lot brighter than my current mic. I'm just saying, like, this man has it. I think that's $1,000 audio interface. That guy has a $2,000 drum kit going on. That monitor was $1,500 when it came out. I don't know when he bought it. That webcam, I have that webcam. To be clear, this is the webcam we watched. Like, actually, I can take a picture. Maybe I will. This is the webcam we watched Hamilton on and we watched Epic on, or whatever, when we did the watch along. Literally, that camera, it's a $250 webcam at the time. So I'm just saying it's a little strange that he just has the $99 microphone with all that stuff, right? Oh yeah, anyone going to get a Stream Deck, this is the one you want. This is the Stream Deck Plus. It has the dials on it to where you can adjust audio and stuff like that on the fly. Easy example. Literally just turning the dial right there. Steam Deck Plus, yep, Stream Deck Plus right there. As you heard me just in the moment, it was those dials right there that did that with my audio. So it's useful. It's useful. Hopefully I got the music about back to where it was. I didn't actually look. I just hit buttons. But that's a sick setup. Oh, look at the mini PC. Woo! That's clean. Oh, he's got the fractal tower case with a fat ass GPU. Oh, that's sick. Boys, that is the PC you want on the desk. That is a set piece. It looks gorgeous. I love it. I don't think the music changed volume, so I wasn't. The music definitely changed volumes. Because like now the music's not even here now. Music's gone. It disappeared entirely. Now it's back. And now it's louder. I think that's about where it was before, give or take. But yeah, I don't know how I feel. He's got the cable mod cables for his keyboard. That's sick. That's sick. He's got the charger dock for the Xbox chargeable controller. I wish I had that. Instead, I have to go into the... So I have so my Xbox controller, anytime like I'm playing games and it dies, I have to go into the other room where the Xbox One is to swap out the battery with their other rechargeable battery. Because I've still not moved the Xbox One into my streaming room because I don't ever play it. It just sits there as a Netflix machine, and we don't subscribe to Netflix, so it doesn't get used. It just sits there. I really should bring it in here, but this is a nice little setup. Again, I don't know how I feel about having this like ancient wooden desk. Like this isn't a PC desk. This is like a secretary at a library kind of desk. Don't know how I feel about that. But it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of homey. I don't know. With all the green and stuff like that. This is, I could see relaxing in here. I couldn't see being a pro gamer in here. I like dark woods though, not so light. That's fair. Like a dark cherry. Dark cherry desk would be kind of nice. You're probably meaning more like a darker oak. Okay. That PC's sick. That is sick as fuck. Look at the water cooling. That's custom tubing. He did a custom loop. Quad sticks DDR. What is that fucking... It's a water-cooled GPU and everything with a rad on the bottom and the top. This boy was cooking. Super clean, though. I like the greenery. You know, until I started looking at stuff today, I hadn't really considered putting any greenery in this room, and I'm kind of considering it. Again, these like back wood space panels, I think look really clean. I think, I don't know what color I want to go with them, but I think maybe when I make the base straps, because they're going to go behind the desk, I think maybe I'll put the fabric on them, and then in front of the fabric, maybe I'll put this kind of vibe in front of the fabric. I really like how it looks. How does water cooling work in a PC? So basically, this is a custom loop. Basically, when you get like an all-in-one water cooler, it runs between a reservoir and a pump and the water block. So the water block will sit on top of either the CPU or GPU, depending. And the pump will pull water from the reservoir into basically like a standing section on top of the block that sits on the PC to cool it. And then the other side of the tube will pull it back to the reservoir to keep it suctioned. So it's pretty much a constantly moving loop of water that is going, that is just constantly. So basically the water gets pulled over to the CPU or GPU. That water cools it, and then the heat that comes out of it immediately gets pulled out of the loop via the vacuum, like from the pump and reservoir. It pretty much comes out like you would vacuum it up, right? And then more fresh water from the loop comes back in. And by the time that initial hot water, by the time that initial hot water went out, it'll come back into your reservoir. That reservoir is cooled and chilled as well, to where then when it gets spat back out to go back over the block again, it's cooler, right? And so it's just this kind of loop of heat, cool, heat, cool, heat, cool. And it's sick. It's really cool. But it also kind of scares me with having that much water near your PC components. Like, fundamentally, I know how it works, but if any leak pops up, your system's just like, whew, I'm done for. All-in-one coolers have come a long way over the years, so it's not a concern. Custom loops are what concern me more, because each of these that you see, each of these fittings and tubes, every single different color you're seeing here is a possible failure point for a leaking. Like, whenever you buy an all-in-one, it pretty much is all contained in one unit, and then you just have the intake and the outtake and the block, right? All combined. So you have pretty much 3 failure points plus the reservoir, right? As where this, with the custom loop, I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's just on a single tube. So it's 4 per tube. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tubes, so 20 failure points possible. It's concerning to me. I'm sure he knew what he was doing. It looks sick as hell, as I said before. I just don't know that I would be comfortable running a system like that myself. Maybe I'm too much of a bitch. I don't know. I'll stick to air cooling my GPUs. Maybe I'll water cool the CPU with an AIO, but I'm not risking especially think of if that was like a 5090, if that was like a $4,000 graphics card that just got shit on by water. Whew. I didn't even see the light bulb down there. That's cute. Yeah, the more I see it, the more I'm like, maybe I do want greenery in my room. Oh, this looks sick. Is that Hinata? No, that's not. Is this person just really into this character, or is this their VTuber? They look like the same plants, and they might be, you know, it very well could be this is like, because these are IKEA, this is an IKEA desk. Maybe this is an IKEA plant. I don't know. They have the wood backboard as well. I like this. I like that kind of thing. Getting a logo back there. That's pretty cool. They got the Stream Deck and the Wave XLR. They got a drawing tablet. That's the only thing that I kind of hate about my setup, how my setup is right now. And before I start rearranging stuff, I'll take pictures for everyone to see. Obviously, I'm going to tidy up a bit because we want it to look fresh and clean for pictures. And I don't need to have 4 guitars just lying about the room. But the one thing I don't like about my setup is because I track with my iPad instead of my phone, because I didn't want to ruin my phone's battery. So I just track with my iPad. It means my iPad is in the center and out towards me on a mount. And so I can't have a dedicated space for a drawing pad like this because my iPad is sitting here in that space, basically. It's unfortunate. Mind you, I can draw on my iPad in that space, but if I'm doing like a drawing stream or something, I have to bring in a second tablet to do it. I can't just do it off my iPad. It's unfortunate. I would love to do some more drawing streams, but I just don't have a reasonable way to do that, because I'd have to bring... I died. Okay. I'm sorry I died. I guess I'll go. I guess I'll go. I did draw it. I didn't draw that on stream. The only emote I drew on stream was the, and I don't even know if anyone has access to it. Do I have access to it? Is it even in here, or is it only in Discord? What emotes are here? Yeah, it's not even a Twitch emote. It's only in my server, I guess. You guys have seen the Bracken Fugi I made for Lethal Company. We drew that on stream. That's the only emote we drew on stream. I drew, like you died, I drew my emotes before I commissioned Hexy to do the current emotes you guys see. I had drawn all my emotes before that. Is critical success still a thing? Is that still in my Twitch emotes? If that is, like the dice, that was also, the Nat 20 dice was also one I drew. Yeah, this is clean though. I like it. I like it. I like the kind of the vibes. I don't know how I feel about the carpet, which is kind of weird. I wish it were darker. I wish it were a darker carpet, I think. I haven't seen those, I think. Oh. Interesting. They don't appear to be on... Are they not on my Discord? I'll have to look later. I could have sworn I added into the server. Server settings. Emojis. They're not in the server. Okay, interesting. I'll have to look for them. I used to have it on here for when people did well or didn't do well, but I removed them for Baldur's Gate because I didn't want people spamming them for Baldur's Gate. I guess I never added them back. Okay, this looks pretty cool. I like the fake brick background. He has like retro stuff going on up there. I like it. I like it. Old PC case. It's like an old Alienware case. The VR right on the desk. Okay, so real talk. Real talk. As someone who doesn't have a VR and I only hear the memes, isn't the only reason people have VR on the desk for porn? Like, isn't that what that means? Because I'm pretty sure anyone, like everyone plays their VR like once every 3 months, once every 6 months. The only reason to have it on the desk is for porn. Like, I'm pretty sure that's the stereotype. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Those are some sick controllers, though. Like, he has the S controller from the from the original Xbox there. And then he has a 360 controller, and then he has an Xbox One controller. He's just collecting Xbox controllers from different generations. That's kind of cool. I can get behind that. Golden Pug. Okay. So again with the IKEA desks, though. IKEA must be really affordable for these desks, because I feel like everyone and their mom has them. So they look clean, right? They don't look like super fancy or anything, but you can pretty much pick any top you want and then you just put it on top of these drawers, right? So I get it. OG Game Boy, baby! Is that original Tetris? It's a little pixelated, I can't tell, but I can get behind that. Oh, excuse me, my word. It's like a double burp. Where's Koi to raise the timer when you need her? Ooh. Again with the pegboard. Do people like the pegboards? I'm trying to decide. I like the idea of having somewhere to place the controllers. I think that's really cool. I just don't know if a pegboard looks good. The like mounted tablet. Not tablet, laptop. The like docked laptop. Like that is his PC. His PC is a laptop. With the kind of Torii gates and a sound bar. Volume meter. It's pretty cool. Do we like the wood paneling back there like that? Behind monitors? Dude, he must be running cabling through the wall. Those things look flush. Another person with a light bar, though. Do light bars add that much? Do you guys like the light bars? I don't know. I don't know how I like it. Is that the Comcast router? Or is that like an air humidifier? A headphone stand? That is one thing so I do this really uncultured thing where when I take my headphones off, I just put them on top of the mic stand. So I have a mic arm for my microphone that comes out, and when I'm done and I push my mic to the side, I literally just put my headphone band on top of that mic arm. I really should get like a headphone stand. I know, but I do that sometimes in the space on my... Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, I don't want to just set it on the desk. The reason it's so uncultured for me is on the side of my desk, I have a dual headphone holder. Like, I have somewhere dedicated to, like, off the side of... Like, here, hold on. Let me post. Oh. Ads are coming up, yep. So if you're not in the Discord, you can always hit !Discord to go join. This is not my Discord. Whose Discord is that? Okay. This is my Discord. I don't know who just about got a headphone pictures. So I have like literally under my desk, I have a dual headphone holder. Like, and one of them's in there right now, my wired ones, but my wireless ones, I just set on my mic stand. Like, but I like the idea of having an on-desk one. It looks sleek. Also, can you guys tell I didn't redo my cable management when I got my new internet a couple months ago? Because the Ethernet cables are just running across the floor there. The other wires you see are actually those headphones. They're plugged in, so that's not bad cable management. But the ones on the floor are just Ethernet cables I need to rerun. Oh, a racing sim. Oh. Okay. First off, I like the racing sim idea. I like the idea. Is that a PlayStation 4? Just chilling. I like the racing sim idea. You know what concerns me about this picture? You know what's really concerning? I see a motherfucking dartboard. Right there. I see a dartboard. Right above his triple monitors. That is the scariest I'm gonna play a game of darts financial proposition ever. First off, over the monitors. Second, it's over his PC. If bro is gonna play a game of dart, and the fucking manual is just in the wall with it. Hello, bro. What are we doing, man? What are we doing? That's crazy work. That's crazy work. Oh, fuck, man. I love the lighting around the base, though. It's sick. If you're into racing and or flight sims, that's a cool setup. I just think it's a little insane. Just a little insane to put a dartboard above that kind of a setup. That's crazy. I bet the lights move so fast when you race. Imagine hooking that up to like Mario Kart or something, and every time you go over one of the items, it changes colors as the wheel thing spins to give you an item, and just fucking lights up your room all sorts of colors. That'd be sick. That'd be so cool. Oh. It's unfortunate. I don't really play racing games, though. I don't play sim games much. Like, when Forza Horizon 6 comes out, I'm going to pick it up because it's in Tokyo. Like, it's in Japan, and I think it'd be really cool. That didn't go there. I think it'd be really cool to do a stream where we just, like, drive around Tokyo and try to see, like, what the game got right versus what it didn't. I think that'd be a fun stream, but I'm not really into the racing part. Mario Kart is probably the most I do. Yeah, and I don't blame you. Mario Kart's fun. It's a good little party game. But like serious racers, not really for me. But if you are, this is such a cool setup. Such a cool setup. Now this, okay. The desk is a little precarious for me, but I like the vibe. I like the aesthetic, right? Like, it feels, and this is going to sound weird, it feels like what Starbucks could have been in another life. It feels like I want to get a chai latte or a nice cup of tea, maybe an egg sandwich, and just like read the newspaper, chilling in this room. It's a vibe. Again with the no coasters. Do people not know what a fucking coaster is? Chat, how many of you have, even if you don't use them, how many of you own coasters? Do people know what coasters are? Am I out of the loop here? Am I out of touch for thinking coasters should be like a staple thing people should have? Maybe I'm out of touch. I tried to use them but gave up after man-child. Oh. So what, do you just like keep wet wipes around for like what the Clorox disinfecting wipes for every time it leaves a stain around your desks? Is that what happens? Why don't we coaster? I only use water, so I mean, yeah, but it'll leave like a I can't English today. It'll leave condensation stain. Like, it'll leave water condensated if you leave it too long. I guess I'm assuming you're drinking cold drinks though as well. I guess if you're a heathen and have like room temperature drinks, it wouldn't do that. Still, this room's a vibe. Oh, I guess it depends. Yeah, that's true. I'm talking like a wood desk, yeah. That'd be my concern. I wouldn't want to damage the wood. Dude, he even got a wood grained audio interface. That's so cool. I wonder if he made that himself. I wonder if he like 3D printed a shell for it. I used them on my wood. Yeah, so the wood soaked it in. Okay. Slowly rotting your desk. Welcome back from the ads. I'm just talking shit about people not using coasters. Switch. Oh, okay. We're gonna try this. A moment of truth. Moment of truth. Okay, that seemed to work. The downside. Angle that. My tracking's a little so when I stand up. So a lot of people don't know this. I say a lot. Most people know this. I'm all legs. So when I'm seated, my head is pretty much in frame at my desk for where everything is, right? But then when I stand up, because I'm all legs, by the time my desk sits height, like my iPad is way too low to properly track me at this height. So I have to like lean back to get what would just normally be a normal head tilt up. Also, my audio level changes too because I'm at a different spacing. It's probably fine. This should be relatively close to where I was sitting before. Yeah, okay. Get a taller desk, tall boy. It's not that. It's the desk can go higher. Like we're at 40 inches, and this desk can go 40, 48, 49. Can this go 49.4? But now I'm having to lat spread in order to use my mouse and keyboard, which I guess that could be okay. But no. No. It's not that the desk is too short. It's that my legs are too long. So because when you stand up, your desk height, where you're putting your hands and stuff like that, are at a different ratio than when you're sitting down. Having the desk at a height that tracks properly, like right now, it's where it should track where it was before. Right? Yeah. So this is about right. But my elbows and my arms are too high now to where it's uncomfortable to use. Versus when I bring it down to like there where it's comfortable. Now the iPad's a little too low. Like if we're just chilling talking like we're doing now, it's not really a big deal. But if I'm playing an FPS game or something, it's a pretty significant difference. So Ash complaining, that's just kind of what happens. Okay, this looks pretty cool. I can get behind this. Put it in the same relative space that your body. Well, it doesn't work that way because when you're seated. So I don't know if you know this. When you're standing up, your glutes are lengthened at the back end, right? So your glutes lengthen when you stand up. They stretch out. Does that make sense? So your back and stuff like that, your back and everything is raised higher in relationship to your hips than when you're seated. Whenever you sit down and you shorten the length of your legs, your buttocks and your hips actually go below into a chair because the chair, the chairs have like dips in them. They're like dippy dip. You sit down into a chair, right? So your buttocks is then lower, meaning your torso is also then shifted lower than when you're standing up. It's only by like 2 inches. Not a huge deal for most people, but because I did say that because I have longer legs than my torso, my glutes being spreaded or open, if you want to open my glutes, that difference for me is larger than most people of similar height because I have longer legs. So that 2-inch difference that it would be for most people is closer to like a 5-inch difference for me. So if the desk height is in the same spot standing up versus sitting down, like in relation, the desk has to be like 5 inches higher standing up. So no, I get it. It's fine. It's Friday. Happy Friday, guys. We're trying to be positive. We're trying to be positive today. We're trying to keep it vibey. We're trying to have a good time. And I'm going on rants about lengthening your butt. Oh my God. Okay. This room's kind of sick. They got like a shelf like up high holding stuff. They got the pegboard on the side again. Another pod mic user. They're very popular. I'll give them that. The pod mic's really popular. Kind of makes me want to buy one. Mainly because I kind of want a brighter mic. But it feels so silly because I have the mic everyone wants. So, welcome in, Anna. Enjoy your lurk. We're just looking at Reddit battle stations, trying to get a vibe for how I'm going to redo my room in the next, 30 days. Because I'm not happy with it now, and it's giving me audio issues, so I'm going to take the opportunity to redo the whole thing. I think the audio stuff's probably better today. I turned off... So for whatever reason, my compressor had auto makeup gain on it, and it was giving me like an extra 10 dB of gain. And I think it was introducing a lot of room sound that I didn't have before. So we'll see when I listen back to this VOD how I feel about it. Maybe I'll be okay with it. I'm a little bit closer to my mic than I normally am because of it to get a comparable level. But even then, I'm at negative 15 to negative 20, getting up to 10 whenever I am loud. But with that auto makeup gain, I was pretty consistently hitting negative 5. So I think it was probably for the best that got turned off. Hopefully I like the audio sound more. When I listen back, I'll play with EQ because now my EQ is going to be all wrong. I'm probably EQ'd real wrong right now. But we'll see. Yeah, but this setup, I like it. I actually like it a lot. Bro put his credit card out. He's trying to buy dinner for all of us. Is that a mushroom? What is that? What is that? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. These are like the monitors I have, though. I I never understand. Okay, I don't get it. How do y'all function with one monitor? I don't understand. One monitor gang has me confused. Like, how do you... Okay, he has... How do you do things when you're trying to game or you're trying to, like, how do you pull up other tabs to look stuff up while you're doing other things? Like, example, I'm editing a video and I'm like, oh, I need a sound bite. I need, you know, I need the mouse click sound to put into this video for when I want the subscribe button for YouTube to pop up. A big subscribe's gonna pop up and it's gonna go, you know, click, click. I need to go download that sound. How do you just alt tab, open up a thing in there with just like, you're just like cucking your editing software behind there and just, I don't know. I can't do it. I can't do it. It would drive me crazy. To be fair, I've been 2 monitor gang plus for like a decade now, so I think I just don't know how to cope at this point. That's on me probably. It's probably on me. Oh! They're in like a kitchen! They're making it work. They're in an apartment, like clearly. Enjoy your lurk. But they got like the drawing tablet monitor. I don't know what that is. That's a weird ass mouse too. That's kind of crazy. But they're making it work. I very much feel like this is like their kitchen though, because that's a fridge, right? I feel like they're just drawing in the kitchen. Ooh. Ooh. That's sick. It's like a Ghibli version of Star Wars' X-Wing. That's so cool. That's so cool. I can get behind that. Yeah, I like that. I like it a lot. I don't know what this is, but it's telling them their CPU temperature and stuff like that. So it's clearly hooked up to the computer. I just don't know how. Like, it's cool that you can see your temps from your desk. They got a detachable number pad. They must do lots of number pad actions, lots of calculations. They got the fine mic, the HyperX. I know a lot of people are rocking that. People got a lot of good deals on the HyperX Fury mic. Ooh. Buddy. You got the acoustic panels, you got the lighting, you got a dual monitor set up for actual games. But then you have the super ultra wide for your racing sim. And you have an actual racing sim. You got Groot on your lights. Lego fucking Horizon stuff up there with some you got the TISM trains, yeah? Got the TISM trains in the background. Dude, that's sick. This is such a sick setup. I would totally game here. I don't know how I feel about that power bar. I would game here though. I like the kind of the neon flyleaf lights or whatever they're called. Kind of nice. Kind of nice. I'm only getting the gaming setup of this room. I'm not seeing the actual room aesthetics, unfortunately, but I approve. Triple monitor. PC on the desk. Water-cooled GPU. Okay. I like the dark aesthetic. Ooh. I don't know how I like that. The tilted inward keyboard. Not sure how I feel about that, but you got the beacon mic, I'm pretty sure. This looks nice. I like the vibes. Bauhaus. I feel like we've seen Bauhaus on plenty of things. They must be like a printing company. What is Bauhaus? Hello? B-A-U-H. It's a German art school. Oh. Interesting. Okay, so it's a German art school that people are getting artwork from. Okay. I think that's the Secret Lab chair. Or not chair, desk. With the riser. Pretty sleek. I can get behind it. I can get behind it. I don't know what's going on with this picture. Don't know what's going on with this picture. But it's fine. Not a big deal. 2 monitors. The Apple keyboard and trackpad. You have a Mac? Where's your Mac? Rose Rock and a Mac in 2026? Okay. Obviously personal identification stuff. Multiple sets. So this looks like it's his gaming PC setup. And then this is like a triple monitor work setup, clearly. Because they have the wrist rest for that, but they have the split keyboard for gaming. Laptop probably through work into 2 monitors. Kind of... It kind of screams, I never moved out of my childhood bedroom. Don't know that I would want to go with something like this. But I approve the hustle. Fat Tuesday! I got one of these in Vegas. They were like alcohol. Brother has the baby wipes at the desk. Please tell me that's just a design and this man does not have the dirtiest mouse pad in existence. 2 mice. How many of you guys rock 2 mice? Does anyone like 2 mice? I'm sure if you're running 2 PCs, I guess, but I've seen a lot of dual mice setups today. I rock 1. I rock 1 for the record. Also, sir, your PC is blocking your audio device. What are we doing? Why? Why? Absolutely useless. This left monitor is fucking useless. It's doing nothing. That's crazy. Probably just uses a nice headphones though. Let's be real. There's a iPad maybe. Maybe that's what the second mouse is for. I'm being judgy, chat. He has a dinner table pulled in for what I'm assuming is a bathroom. So he's making the setup work. Small space. I get it. Ooh, okay. Okay, so he has like actual dresser cabinets or maybe side table cabinets with a nice desk put on top. This is the setup I was considering right here. So I have one of these currently. I would love to put an iPhone right here for tracking and then put the other one on top right there, right? So I could have OBS, all that shit down here. BTube Studio, run the Twitch stream and everything, chat right there in the fucking middle, and then just have my game Super Ultra Wide up top. Right, that'd be sick as hell. Or I'd probably do like OBS, VTube Studio in there. I'd have a shorter monitor up here, maybe like a 34-inch ultra wide here, and then have like the iPad here for chat kind of a thing. Maybe that's what we do. Don't know how I feel about the fact that the monitors are angled upward like that. I don't know what they're doing. They're not following the triangle rule. Does not make sense. And he has more on the sides. I don't know what he's doing with audio in this room. Ooh, okay. I can get behind that. I would personally, I'd flip this monitor upside down so you have less bezel. That Asus bezel's pretty horrendous. He's got the gamer slant with the SteelSeries keyboard. Controller in the middle, studio monitors. PC, yeah, the Herman Miller chair, I believe. Piano Man in the background, yeah. It's simple, it's quaint. I like the dual monitor arm like that though. Oh, this has some flavor. Holy. Got a little alcove with the lighting. Oh, that's so cute. Is that Arkveld? Did this motherfucker have Arkveld framed? And Mitsuzune? Oh my god, we got a Monster Hunter player getting custom framed artwork. That is sick! Bro, Windows Shift S, let's hold on. Bro, this is sick as fuck. I need that. I need to figure out where we got that artwork. That looks so cool. I like it. I like the simple 2-monitor setup. Enjoy that. NZXT Flow H3, I think, or H5 Flow case. I can appreciate that. It's a good case. This is a vibe. I think the only thing I wish was different is I wish either the desk was flush or the wall caved back another foot to make it flush, right? And I wish this was one. I wish this was just a longer desk. A little bit thinner, a little bit longer to compensate for it all, and it would be really, a really perfect kind of setup. But I love the aesthetic. Like, the only thing that I think would make this even cooler is I feel like somewhere in here there needs to be like a potion, like a witch's brew potion. It would just tie the vibe together. Like maybe a health flask and a mana flask, and I'd be all for it. Okay, I don't appreciate that, Reddit. I don't need to test the autism spectrum test. I know I'm not autistic. You don't have to bring that kind of energy in here. I don't have the superpowers. I'm sorry. Oh, this said my first setup ever. Okay. Oh, I love this. Oh. They got a wonderful mouse pad going on with a wrist rest that matches for the mouse. Or for the mouse. Like, that's super cool. The keyboard has like fucking aesthetics and accessories to it. They made sure they got like a butterfly on their mouse. They got the Nier Automata stuff going on the screen. Again, more Nier Automata stuff going on. This is so cool. They know what they're fucking about. They're about Nier, and they are unapologetic about it. Oh. This is so cool, chat. Oh my god. And then you go into your bookshelves and stuff. That's cool. Record player. Oh. Nice little Samsung TV above. It's off center though. Maybe it's not off center compared to the room. It's off center to the desk though. So that's what I'm basing it on. But like, not too bad. I like it. I like it. I think it looks good. Ooh, got a workbench style setup. Okay, okay. I like it. Running some 3D model stuff here, probably for 3D prints. He's got the Pokemon Gen 1 Pokemon cards, the OGs, mixed up with tanks. Man knows what he's about. Yeah, there's a 3D printer right there. I don't know why I didn't see the 3D printer, but I saw the printing. It's like his printing workshop. He's got Gibson, it looks like. I believe that's Gibson inlays. It could be older Schecter as well. Like the Tempest inlays looks very similar to that. But I believe that's a Gibson. Okay. RGB free is what it was tagged. Simple, stylistic. Got the camera in shot. This is very much like a I'm gonna come and sit on my PC while I have some whiskey before bed. I like it. Not for me, but I like it. Again, it gives that reading nook vibes. It's too dark to really tell what's going on here. There's PC though. 3 monitors. Can't really get vibes off it. Brother, did you turn your shower into a PC room? That's the type of walling you see in a shower, isn't it? Am I crazy? That is a chair though. Holy. The headphone holders up front. You got the fractal case there. The nice 2 monitor setup with the laptop plugged in. a Thunderbolt dock. This is clean. But again, I'm pretty sure this motherfucker has his setup in a goddamn shower room, like a bathroom. This feels like the door that leads out. You walk in, and there's like a bathtub just out of sight for you to lay in with a shower on it. Like, if this is not a shower, or a bathroom, I'm really going to be surprised. That's so, it's clean looking, but it's totally a bathroom. It's such a bathroom. I don't like the mismatched monitors in this case. I don't like the different sizing here. If they were vertical, I'd feel different, I think. I could be fine vertical. I don't like the bigger monitor in the middle, though. I wish they're all the same size. Another one of those wonky chairs. PS5 and the controllers are kind of left to the wayside behind the monitor. But I guess there's a PS4 controller. Bro plays his PS4 more than his PS5. Interesting. I wonder if it's because his PS4 plugs into the PC and these are just for gaming on the PS5. Clearly a console gamer, but he has a gaming PC. I like it. Got the little rug under there. Got the little Lord of the Rings or whatever mousepad. It's probably a Magic the Gathering mousepad actually, but yeah, this is nice. Got the work webcam there, or for his Twitch streams. Go ahead and go follow on twitch.tv/thexashole, you know? That's surely where this guy streams every day. Ooh! Ooh, buddy, that is a lot of pink. This is who you want to ask, is it pink though? Because they will whip out their phone and be like, hell yeah, the setup is flourishing in pink. From the fucking my brain just derped out on me there. The mug, the drink holder, the water bottle, whatever you want to call it. You got pink figures going in there, but then the monitor is decidedly not. Playing Horizon Zero Dawn or Forbidden West, I don't really know which one. Horizon though. That's sick. Got tons of figures. Yor, Anya, Harry Potter. I think that's Harry Potter stuff. Don't know who they are. I don't recognize them off the bat. Hello Kitty. Very pink aesthetic. This screams I'm in college. Small desk. Very white. Very simplistic setup. Brother does not even have a keyboard, chat. This man's, or woman, not to be gendered, this person's only has a controller and a mouse. They don't even have a keyboard. That is how gamer coded this man is. They probably put SteamOS on this fucking thing and only have a mouse for playing RTS games. Oh. I wish some more of these actually had the room instead of just like the gaming setup. I get this is battle stations, but I was hoping for like the full room for vibes instead of just the PCs, but some of them have had it. They have a full-on console running here, I think. This feels like a TV that their PCs run into. I don't know. Okay. Got an L-shaped desk, got some monitors. What am I looking at here? That's clearly a phone turned sideways, attached to a webcam that's attached to a second webcam. Am I looking at 3 webcams right there, basically? Maybe. Kind of cool picture. Headphone stand. The Kleenex at the desk. That is the telltale sign of the Gooner. This This looked a little clean to be a gooner territory, but I see the tissue. Interesting. Interesting. What is that coat rack doing? Okay, do they have space here? Is there a couple feet here? I can't tell. There's just a coat rack behind his desk. Okay, this is cool. How do we feel about the tile floor? I don't hate it with the idea that there's a rug over it, but I'm not a huge fan of having tile floor in a gaming room. Again, it feels a little bathroomy, but I like they have a nice desk. This is a nice curve. PC over here into a quad monitor setup that's looking sleek as hell. I'm sure these are probably equal sides. It's just the angle we're looking at here. And I believe this is for a drawing tablet space. I have to assume. Right? They got the mic to pull down so they clearly talk to people. Nintendo Power, an old Game Boy. This is pretty sick. Then they have the couch and the gaming setup with the SNES. They got all the Nintendo stuff there. And then the fucking Virtual Boy, PS1, Dreamcast. Oh. I don't like having your games attached to where the systems are, though. I feel like you need a better place to store them, but this is cool. Ah, NES games up top. Ooh, and the Hyper Cannon. Ooh, okay, okay. I like it. I like it. I think the only downside for me is that it's tile flooring. Like if this was like a rich hardwood floor with a nice rug, it would be perfect. I like that vibe a lot. Clean, clean. Got the iPad. That's pretty much, that's how mine is set up whenever I'm not streaming chat. The iPad's kind of like that. Pretty much. Technically, it's turned the other way because of my cable. Like my Apple Pencil goes on bottom, but you know, we all know I'm a power bottom, so it makes sense. It makes sense. Okay. They mounted the Stream Deck. I didn't know you could do that. That's not a bad idea. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll mount a Stream Deck. That could be kind of sick. Mount one to the bottom of my standing desk upside down, so I could hit buttons on the desk. Ooh, I'm getting ideas here. Got a motherboard mounted. I wonder if they replaced the motherboard in their system, because this is an all white build. I wonder if they had this motherboard in there and then they finally got their hands on a white motherboard and replaced it. They got a Sims stick there. Yeah, they play like Mech Warrior or something like that, I think. Got a to-do list. Chat, do you guys make to-do lists? I feel like we've had this conversation before. I always want to make to-do lists and then I never do what's on them. They don't work out well for me. I do not do good with to-do lists. Oh, okay. Okay. Car focused. I like it. I like it. I thought that was a 360. I'm not gonna lie. That's why I said aw before I popped it up. I thought he had it. I thought this person was rocking a 360 still. It's like a blackout neon gaming PC. That's kind of cool. That's an interesting headphone stand. I don't know that I've seen one like that before. That's interesting. Huh. Okay. You got the beacon mic in the middle coming down. Dual monitors. I don't hate this dual monitor setup. I'm assuming this is your side monitor for content and this is your main for gaming. I kind of like it. I don't like that it feels like it's like I can see it's a desk, but it feels like a kitchen table. Not bad though. Yeah, I don't get anything off this setup. I don't. I don't know what this person's whole setup looks like based on this. And that's unfortunate. Okay. The monitor that makes it look like one image into the side monitor. This is what I'm talking about. I would want like that to be a gaming monitor and this to be where chat is. So like I would have the ultra wide monitor either above or below for running just the Twitch stuff, OBS, VTube Studio, mix it up, all that. And then I'd have my game above it, and then you guys would be right here next to it on a monitor like that. That'd be sick. That'd be so cool. I like the table. I like the greenery. I think I'm kind of sold. I think I want greenery in my setup. I didn't know I would enjoy seeing it so much. It's kind of crazy because right now there's nothing like that in here at all. My room is very much like, this room is not set up to be aesthetically pleasing. It's functional at best. And even then, because we're clearly having audio problems, like functional at best isn't even functional. We're making it work. I wonder if they turn this over and that's like, hey, this is how much time I can game for the day. And it's like an hour or two. And when that runs out, they have to stop playing. Oh, I like that. The idea of having the monitor for like Spotify and stuff like that, or YouTube Music. And then the main one. Oh, got the fuzzy pillows for your feet. Okay, okay. I approve. I approve. I like that. I like that a lot. Don't like the PC on the floor like that. Nah. Need more airflow, sir. Need more airflow. The more I see them, the more I'm kind of sold on the idea of having a clock on my desk. I don't currently have one, but maybe I'll find a way to incorporate a clock. I kind of like these ones that I'm seeing clocks in. Okay. I don't have a desk riser. I'm seeing a lot of desk risers. Does anyone enjoy the desk riser vibe? I just don't ever feel like it gives enough space for things either under it or above it. Because I have monitor arms, so the monitor's not sitting on it like they have here. I feel like it's just adding an extra layer. And I guess the only thing, it'd be kind of interesting to have like one Stream Deck under it and one Stream Deck above it. Because I rock two of the things. That could be kind of fun to see. But I don't know. Is this like Lego Jesus? We got Lego Jesus going on here. Daft Punk. Was that Wally? Are these all Lego things? I didn't know you could. I didn't know Lego made like puzzles. I don't know if puzzles is the right word, but like art pieces that you put together. It's kind of cool. I didn't know they did that. Oh, we already saw this one. Are we cycling back through? No, this one was just submitted twice, I guess. I guess it was submitted twice. I like the colors. Need to cable manage a little bit, but based on the picture I put in the Discord a little bit ago, I shouldn't be throwing stones. They got like a like an art cart next to their setup. You see on the floor. Yeah, I don't know. They're clearly making it work. This is like inside an apartment very clearly. Cat tree right next to it. That's cute. Don't know how I feel about the different height monitors. Don't know that I would want different height monitors. But it seems cozy. Oh, bro, look at that. That's so like hi-fi. What is that? What am I looking at? That's cool. I like that, whatever that is. I wonder if that's another monitor they have hooked up. Tower cooler right on that GPU though. They're pushing their luck. Yeah, it's quaint. It's quaint. What am I looking at here? Like Tokyo sign? They're playing a video game? I don't know what game. Is this like Arc Raiders or something? I don't know what game this is. The finals, maybe? This is the second time we've seen this game pop up today. I don't know that I like the almost intentionally hiding the room picture. Okay, we saw this one already. Cozy! They got the Animal Crossing Switch. And look at all the things. Oh, that's so cool. Look at all the things inside. They made like a little house setup. So this is where the power supply is, and they made like a decorative house inside their PC case. That's adorable. That's so cool, Chad. Look at that. That's sick. Oh. That's a vibe, man. And they got the greenery. Oh, and they got the they got paw print sticks. Little Lego stuff. This is cute. This is cute. I like this room. I would totally sit down and play Sunhaven for 12 hours in this area. I would so do that. Midwest Motorsport iRacing. All right. So, these are the headphones I'm rocking. He's rocking the SteelSeries Pro wireless with the DAC and swappable battery. That's literally what we're using right now, chat. That is what is on my head at this moment. That is also it looks funny. That is also a 60%. This might be a 3/4 keyboard. It's maybe a 75% keyboard. I'm rocking a 60%. I don't have arrow keys. He has arrow keys. I think that's the only difference. I think he has these couple keys here. I have to hit function keys. So my arrow keys are, I hit the function button and then WASD turn into arrow keys when I hold function, which I have mapped to one of my mouse buttons. I have my function key mapped to that, so I just hit it on my mouse and then use it. Huh. I don't know if I like the room it's in, but it's a cool setup. He's got the camera. Is that a camera going in? I can't tell what this is. I don't know what this is. I'm looking at something and I can't tell what it is. Am I dumb? Maybe I'm dumb. That would make sense. Ash is a stupid poopy head. Yep, that would make sense. Minimal. Okay. Put your keyboard on your... Dude, you have plenty of space. Move the mouse pad over a little bit. Put your keyboard on it. Okay. Got the small, like, iPad-sized monitor into a bigger screen there. Approved. Got a Stream Deck. Have something monitoring your PC's specs. That's cool. Little phone stand. Is that a webcam turned over? I can't tell. Kind of cool. Collected Hot Wheels. Yeah. I'd give that like a 8 out of 10. I think that's a pretty chill setup. I've not been scoring these, to be clear. That's just how I felt about that one. Ooh, you got the wide boy case. I approve. Don't approve it being on the floor. Nice desk mat with a nice little cardwood floor into a rug there. Check engine light is always on, and he has it attached to his fucking 3D printer. He must have 3D printed that. That's sick. Got the super ultra wide. We got a left-handed king here, chat. He's a lefty flip man. I'm left-handed for those who don't know, but I still use my keyboard and mouse like a regular right-handed person. Maybe this image is just backwards and flipped, but I think he's... No, he's a left-handed person. That's crazy. I don't know any people who... Yeah, because the keyboard is still right-handed. It's not... The keyboard isn't flipped. I don't know. Also, That's the mouse we're using. That's the Basilisk. Love to see it. Love to see it. So far in this, we have found my monitor. We have found my keyboard. We have found my mouse. We have found my webcam. We have found the Stream Deck Pluses that we rock. We found a bunch of stuff that we actually use. It's crazy. Our chair. We found our chair as well. Okay. We got a nerd. We got a comic book nerd. You love to see it, though. So we got a bunch of cool stuff. Batman statues. Is that Interstellar, maybe? Or just a space guy? We got Kratos and Atreus. We got a bunch of Star Wars stuff. Wolverine, Deadpool, Venom. Punisher was over there, too. Yeah. Sick. Oh, and on the desk, we got a Gundam! Oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool. Oh, it's clean, though. The desk seems a little... Maybe it's the angle. It doesn't seem very deep. That seems like a very thin mouse pad. But he clearly had to get it because of the riser. I like it. I like this room. It has the little Panasonic air conditioner. It's in a bedroom, though. Shit, I didn't even see it. Bro has a Vox amplifier down there. Our man's plays music. That's sick. Again, hopefully that's not his PC speakers. That's just like a JBL. Hopefully it's not hooked up there. Please have actual speakers. Or you don't actually even need speakers. You just don't get a speaker and just use headphones. That's fine. Just don't do a single like center channel only speaker. If you're getting speakers, get stereo speakers. Please. I beg of you, get stereo speakers. Okay, I like the vibe with the like izakaya lanterns going on as the KRK monitors from Yamaha. Nice little audio interface down there. Love to see it. We got the Stream Deck going on. I like the vibe. I don't know if it's the angle. The microphone seems to be a really weird spot, but I like it. I like it. Has a Wata. Sick mousepad too. Yeah. Is that JJK? I recognize that from somewhere. I'm blanking. Maybe that's JJK. Is that Sukuna? Maybe. It might be. It might not be. Maybe I'm crazy. Huh. I don't really get up. Oh. Oh, I'm stupid. That's the Final Fantasy VIII save point. This is fucking Adele, isn't it? I'm dumb. I'm so dumb. Let me see how dumb I am, chat. Hold on, images. Adele FF8. No, maybe not. Definitely has the like kind of vibes, but nope, not quite. Not quite. What did that say? Moody dual monitor gaming battle station anime vibes. Has the 360 controller still rocking. Has the like 90s library terrible like Betamax headphones. Like the monitor though. PC's nice and chill. It reminds me of like you go into someone's work office and the day is over and so they just shut the light off to game. Ranking your cursed PC sled up J Schlatt. Oh, okay, so this was submitted to J Schlatt apparently. I like the light, little light there. Water bottle, coffee, iPad. Don't know, I like the keyboard, but yeah, this seems like it'd be in a hospital or a hotel room. Could be a hotel room. Okay, these next few look kind of cool. Ooh. Ooh, that's a sick PC. Got the Imperial logos going on. Ooh. That's a sexy boy. This is how my monitors are set up, to be clear. Super ultra wide into a turned, I think this is actually a 20 or 32. I have a turned 27. Macro keypads. Just glasses, I guess. Bunch of Star Wars stuff. That's a sick mouse pad with the Imperial logo started going up into the keyboard. Oh, it's so cool. This is such a cool setup. Oh my gosh. I'd love to game in this. What do we have here? Got the day to remember. Homesick? ADTR homesick? Yeah, got the homesick artwork from A Day to Remember. Rocking a nice microphone and arm. Good audio interface going on there. Elephant in the room time. Why do you need that many keyboards? Oh, those are dice! Bro has a bunch of dice. He's rocking the dice. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Oh. I think that's sick, though. The Day to Remember artwork up there is really cool. Oh. I thought that was the slime from, I'm dumb. Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest slime, I thought that was. Got the gamer tilt. Got the DAC, got a 48K 30. Ooh, we got an audio file. Don't know how I feel about that monitor spread, but I get it so we can hear his audio better. Don't cover your ventilation with the controller, chat. We're getting into 6 setups. Holy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 monitors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5 monitors and a laptop. And I think that's a Steam Deck and then a Switch. It's definitely a his and her setup, though. There's two people here. This person's on those with Steam Deck and the Switch, and this person, that's probably a shared TV for them to watch stuff on, and then this person's gaming. YouTube maybe up there? I don't know. Oh. That was weird. It wasn't letting me click. This is gross. I don't like whatever this is, this wallpaper. Yeah, I don't like this setup. It concerns me. I'm concerned for you. Is that a 4x3 monitor? I just, I can't. Oh my word. I can get behind this. They like their cameras more than their setup. They're rocking a Mac Mini or a Mac Studio. I can't tell. I think that's the Mini. I think the Studio's deeper. Got an iPad going on there. Maybe. I actually think it's an Android tablet. Again, don't block your audio. Other than that, I like it. It's minimalist. It's not a gaming setup, in my opinion, but it's chill. It's vibe. Why do people keep putting so much space between their monitors? I don't understand. Like, what is this gap here? Is it to have the same gap between that and the PC? If that's the case, just move the PC closer. I don't understand. Okay, the Fractal V2. Nice little, like, nice little leather mousepad with a little pen drop in there. That's cool. And again, another clock. A little bit of greenery. Add the pegboard, and I think we'd be good. Okay. Clearly tied on space. They're blocking their PC. I can see the vision, though. I can get behind it. Small little office setup. You do what you got to do, man. Make do. That is a tiny desk to work with. Like, you can't even get a chair in there. You probably have a kitchen chair going in there, right? But you bolted or screwed something to the wall to hold your headphones. You got an old GPU you took out and put up there, or you put in your, I'm assuming, I'm going to say 3060. I see 060, but I see GeForce RT. So I'm thinking a 3060. Because that looks like maybe it's like a 1660 Super. I would like to think they got a decent enough upgrade. Okay. Ads are starting soon. We're gonna rotate down the desk now before we go over this one. Oh! We're just moving the desk down, chat. Just moving the desk down. There we go. Okay. Oh yeah, I can move the iPad back down now too. Well, that sounded aggressive. Okay, so this one, we need to break this one down. They have the wood back paneling that I've been enjoying, but they have it lit red from a light somewhere. Is that all coming from the PC? I can't tell. They have a nice mic coming out from the back and side, so it's not like, I'm assuming they can make it go under the riser maybe whenever they put it up. Or maybe it's just not in the way. They got a nice audio interface right there from Solid State Logic. Nice charge dock going on with their 8-bit DO controller. Mounted, oh, not mounted, standing monitors. The PC is visible to the side, but you can see it clearly through. And then they have their personality stuff on the other side. Some keyboards, some greenery, some more lighting. This is sick. I like it a lot, actually. Like a lot. Oh man. We go from this awesome fun setup with most of the things I'm thinking about integrating. What did his note say? My gaming setup. Brother, this is like from one of those pictures where they're like, oh, guys don't know how to decorate, and it just has the guy with like a chair and a television on the floor. This is the PC equivalent of it. Brother has a staying desk in a corner aligned, clean cables, right? They're wireless. This is a SteelSeries wireless mat, so it charges your mouse so you never have to worry about charging it. But I don't see the cable for that, meaning he's routed it underneath the desk. Probably did the same thing for the keyboard, so it wasn't in sight. They have to be being pulled to the side and down under that way. This is so clean. But it gives Stereo Killer vibes because of it. It is that clean. It doesn't leave anything to the imagination, unfortunately. Okay, so a basement setup into an alcove. You L-desked it off to give yourself a walkway on the side. Dope ass PC. Dual monitor setup. Maybe you guys feel different. I don't get the appeal of Funko Pops. And it's weird because I love chibi characters, and I love, like, World of Final Fantasy had these chibi characters that if you look at them, they end up looking a lot like Funko Pops. But I don't like how Funko Pops look. It's kind of weird, right? How's it going? Have you decided? I'm gonna wait till ads are over. But yeah, we've been seeing, I think I've figured out the elements that I want and things that I enjoy. Probably look at just a couple more, and then I'm going to go over it. I only want to stream for about 20 more minutes, so I think we'll look for maybe 5 more minutes at setups, and then we're going to go over, I think, what I've picked out of what we want. Ooh, he's got the iMac, he's got the HP laptop, and then he has a television, or not a television, I guess it is a PC, but it looks very, very weird. It's very bulky. He's got the Mac keyboard popped in there, okay. Okay. And that thing has seen some better days. The Mac is on a TV tray. Oh, the different Windows logos. Finals 50 fanfare. We got a music guy in here. I can appreciate that. I can appreciate that. I don't know what is going on here. At all. What is going on? Is that Medusa? We got the sticky notes on the wall. We got a motherboard, old motherboard on the wall. That's sick. Your speaker is turned... Oh, no, maybe it's not turned sideways. It's well above ear level. I don't know if you guys know this. Your speaker should be at ear height, so you can fucking hear them. Crazy concept, I'm sure. Crazy concept, I'm sure, but your speakers should be at ear level. Otherwise, they're kind of fucking useless. Ooh. Get the PC off the floor. Got a gamepad. I like the wood floors with the carpet. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. Put the carpet under your fucking chair, though. You need to have something under your chair for it to roll, or you're gonna scratch up those floors. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Also, those monitors are not even. That bothers me. This is what I do, chat. I was talking about it earlier. I just set my headphones on the mic arm when I'm done. That's what I was talking about. I just like, I'll end stream, like I'll raid out, I'll hit the end stream button, I take my headphones off, I set them on the mic arm, and then I move the mic arm to the side and out of the way with the headphones on them. That's my go-to move. That's my go-to play. Kind of like the lighter vibe this room has. It gives very sunlighty vibes, like, right? Like, this is clearly shot in the daytime. It gives like, you could put a couple plants in here and I think it'd work really well. I think it'd be a cozy room. I think pastels would make it work, but there's a couple glaring issues with this room. Okay. Can anyone point out the biggest concern I have in this room? Can anyone point out my biggest concern in this room right now? Because it's very, very obvious to me what the biggest concern is. And like, it's not even close. This is the first time we've seen it. This is the first time we've seen it since we've started stream. Window? No, I like the window. I have 2 windows in my stream room. I have, I think they're technically gray, like a medium shade of gray, curtains that go across it. PC on floor is a big issue. Yeah. No, the big issue. This is a fucking foldable card table or something. This is one of those Rubbermaid foldable, like, picnic table things. And they have stuff set up on here. I see a monitor or something. Something is set up on this. I don't know what it is, but they're using it. And I was okay with the TV trays and the dinner trays. And to be clear, when you're on a budget, you're I don't want to say poor, but like you don't have much money to put into a setup. I know a lot of people would get these to get started and get going. And that's great. That's fine. I'm saying in the context of this room, he has a nice desk here. He has 2 monitors. They have a microphone, headphones, custom PC, gamepad, and then it makes this table stand out like a sore thumb. Also, I need a power brick like that. They have ones that have USB-C cables in them. That's sick. I have not seen those. I've seen the USB-A ones. I didn't know they did a C one though. That's cool. All right, I think this will be the last 3. We're gonna look at this, and okay. I'm happy with those. Okay, and then we're gonna go over what we want in a room. I think has the old Nintendo guns. Has a 3D printer. Nice PC setup. I like the ultra wide into the side monitors that are vertical. That's where I'd probably put chat here, and I'd put like VTube Studio here. OBS up there, have the game all down here, right? That'd be sick. I'd be down with that. I don't like the under the desk keyboard thing, right? That's like his keyboard is underneath his desk here, like it pulls out or something. And the reason I don't like it is because it gives you less leg room when you try to pull in. And so I find it makes me have worse posture trying to sit at a desk that has that built in. I do like, I can't zoom in on this. This one doesn't have any zoom in stuff, but I do like the kind of, I'm assuming 3D printed because he has a 3D printer, like plant stuff going on there. So even though there's not a lot of greenery, he made it green in a way. And then I believe either he's in a prison with these walls or he made acoustic panels that just look really prison-like. I just hit my knees on it. Oh, do you have a desk with that right now? Oh, that sucks. Do you have space on your desk for your keyboard? Because I would absolutely just take a screwdriver and unscrew the attachment if you have space for the keyboard on the desk. Like, that's what I would do if I had a desk like that. Especially because clearly he has a mouse pad right there, or a keyboard pad for it. He clearly puts the keyboard up there when he plays. Otherwise, this would not be there. Oh, I did pass desk. Oh yeah, you don't anymore. What are you even playing on now? Like, what is your PC sitting on now? I feel like you're in a precarious situation with how your life's doing stuff right now. So like, I'm not going to judge your setup based on how you deal with it, because obviously you're going to make what you can work, right? But it is concerning the amount of times like you have fallen at your station in the past. Oh no, I was afraid of this day. Glow, glow, glow. What do you mean by that? What do you mean? What are we talking about? What are you working with? Send the pic. Oh man. Oh man. Only twice. I got a new chair since then. That's fair. That's fair. The one time I was like, girl, end stream, what are you doing? It sounded like you didn't, maybe you watched the VOD back. It sounded so painful. Like I think it like tripled the mic volume when you fell. It sounded like, girl, you just broke a hip levels of fall. All right, chat, we're gonna go through these two and then we're gonna judge Glow's picture. Okay, we're gonna judge her hard. Gonna judge her hard. I'm kidding, not hard, but we'll see what she's working with. She's trying to sell the house and move, so we're not gonna like, we're not actually gonna judge, but okay. This is cute. It's like it's like he was told you can have this 3-foot section of the garage for your PC stuff. He has a fucking fire extinguisher in his setup. That is how much he doesn't trust. He has multiple power strips in that itty bitty area there, cables lying around. This is not fire safe. You're good to have that extinguisher. Holy shit. Holy moly, moly, moly. Okay. All right. Last one. Last one we're going to do on here. Is that Minecraft? Someone will have to tell me. It looks Minecraft-y. Is this Minecraft with mods? it modded craft? Because it doesn't quite look Minecraft. Maybe I just haven't seen the biome. Oh, okay. I like a phone charger like that. Sir or ma'am, I'm so sorry that you have that black GPU on that clearly attempt at a white build. They clearly went for the white build. They have the white RAM, the white CPU core, the white fans, the white case, the white cabling. The motherboard and the GPU are not white though, and it kills it for them. Like me, I have a white and black build with RGB fan stuff. So like my case is white and then my GPU is white. The rest of the, and then the inside of the case has white accents to it, but the rest of the stuff's black. So it's like a stormtrooper type build basically. This very much looks like they were trying to go for a white build though. So I kind of feel bad they didn't get it. That's official Minecraft art. I mean, it's cool looking. It didn't quite look like, you know what I mean? Like it looks, I don't want to be rude. It looks too good to be Minecraft. That feels rude. That feels rude to say. It looks too good to be Minecraft. They were like, this is Minecraft with RTX on. So, okay, let's pull in Glow's picture. Let's see this. Okay. You know what? I actually think you're fine. This? Hey, actually, that sizing's not too bad. That was pretty close to what we were going for. So, first off, a couple things I'm going to critique about your setup here. Okay. You have carpet, no hardwood. What's going on? What's up with that? Why you got carpet, no hardwood floor? What are you doing? Second, I thought we were twinsies. Why are your headphones not sitting right here? Why are your headphones here and not here? What's going on? What's going on with that? Third, the only actual thing I'm gonna truly comment on is I don't like when monitors aren't the same height. That bothers me. I would personally, if this one doesn't go up further, I would probably pull this one down to match. But that's a personal preference. I get it if you don't feel that way, but I feel like they need to match. The PC also could be, your phone goes in the middle, it can't go above. Can the phone not go down? Like, what do you mean? Your phone can stay there. I mean, just like make the monitors the same height. Your phone would still be there. I guess maybe I would pull the phone down and angle it more up at that point, but because if you pull this down, you'll be looking down a little bit, right? More than normal. You can't. Oh, that's fair. Those are nice headphones though. Glad you got some nice headphones. Second major critique. What is with this mouse pad? What is this piddly little mouse pad? You could get a mouse pad that covers all this. And your keyboard would be on it. Your mouse, you'd have plenty of... It's all that will fit. That is so not true. That is so not true. You can get a nice mouse pad. I understand if you're saying that's all the mousing space you have. You have that one, but too. Okay, fair enough. Okay, chat. We'll stop bullying Glow. We'll stop bullying Glow. Here maybe? Is this what we're going for? Boom and then boom. Yep. Something like that. Oh, now we're too small. Boom. Wada. There we go. It'll overlap onto the monitor. That's fine. Does it it can overlap under the monitor. That's okay. That's okay. So, anyways, that's where some battle stations we took a look at tonight to get a vibe. So the plan is I've already ordered the stuff to make the panels. It won't be here until the start of March, like March 3rd, I think. So technically the room won't be finished till then, but I'm going to rearrange it before then, set stuff up before then. But we were looking for vibes today. We were looking for ideas. We were looking for things we'd like to see in a room. Because right now, my room it's like wood paneling. It's not even drywall. It's wood paneling, but it's painted like an eggshell white. And the panels have kind of started to kind of dislodge a little bit. So I'm going to have to re-caulk them up anyways. So I figured we'll do a fresh coat of paint. I think we're going to go with like a darker paint. I'm thinking maybe like a dark hunter green kind of vibe on most of the walls, and maybe have a different color accent wall. I'll probably talk to some artist friends about what they think would look best as an accent color with that to go on probably our side wall, like our back side wall. I like that. I think I want to get, I'm gonna put bass traps in the corner when I make those. I think I'm gonna put some of that wood paneling we saw, like the wood slats that almost looked like they'd be like windows coverings or whatever. I think I kind of want to put some wood slats over that. I think I want to put a pegboard up next to the desk to hold like controllers and stuff like that. I like the idea of that. Headphones could also go on that. I want to get some green. I want to get some plants, probably fake plants if we're being honest. I think I want to get some fake plants if I'm being honest. Pics. I will take a picture of the room when I get it cleaned up here in the next few days. And I say cleaned up, right now I have a couple space heater boxes in the corner. I have a space heater that looks like a fireplace on the floor. I have, because I was sleeping in this room for a few days while the furnace was getting fixed, like I have an extra blanket we have a therapy couch in here. So I have this room's in disarray. The tuba's out. I got 4 guitars on the floor right now. I say floor. They're leaning up against a wall. But it's just not like take a pic. This is what it looks like ready. So we'll take a pic when I get the room cleared out. Hopefully Sunday I'll get that done. Will kind of be my plan. And then I think I'm going to put up, mood board's probably not the right word, but put up like a thing of the different concepts we kind of found today of what I'd like to see in the room. Again, I want to get the panels up, and I think I want to get, we saw those cool Monster Hunter pictures. They had that Monster Hunter. I think I kind of want to get something like that to go over the fabric that's going to go over the acoustic panels. And I'm thinking maybe we do Final Fantasy summons instead. So maybe try to see if I can commission an artist to do like watercolor style that can go over cloth of like Bahamut or like Shiva and Ifrit. Like, I think that'd be sick. I think that'd be so cool to put on the panels. And then what were some other ideas we got in there? I liked the idea of like actually using my wood floors instead of having rugs on them or carpet on them, and putting like just one big accent rug piece instead of the multiple I have right now. I like that idea. I'm trying to think what else, because the key items in our room, so we have our desk, our monitors, the PS5, the Switch, and the PC all have to have somewhere to be. The chase or the therapy couch has to be somewhere in the room, because this is the only room the cat's not allowed to in the house, and we don't want the cat to tear it up because it's leather. And we're not going to declaw her. She's 15 years old now. We're not declawing a 15-year-old cat at this point. So the therapy couch has to be in this room. So I'm going to have a way to work that in. And then behind where my desk is right now, I have a CRT television. I'm going to clean that out. I'm going to clean the stuff off of that. Like, I have an old Mac. I have an old like 2014 iMac on there. I think I'm going to I think I'm gonna take that and put it in the kitchen maybe to watch like YouTube, like or recipes or something. I think I'll put that on a kitchen counter. I'm gonna bring a TV back in here, I think. So I think I want to put my desk in a way that I can be gaming and stuff like that on it and see the TV to watch stuff on the television instead of taking up a monitor for that. Maybe, I don't know. That's a work in progress. I like the idea of being able to point a camera at the CRT to play old school games and then have chat and have my model on the TV above it. So it's all captured through one camera angle, but you see like the game on the CRTV and the like my model moving and stuff like that on the top TV with chat playing over it. I think that sounds cool. I don't know how I'm going to make that work though. I don't know. So I think that's going to be it for tonight though. My throat's getting pretty dry. We went through the full 36 ounce and I went through like half of my bottle of tea. Also because it's cruel. What? Declawing the cats? I think, so they've done studies and if it's done to them before they're like 6 months old, the pain receptors haven't developed enough for it to actually be like long-term damage. Because the big thing with it when they get declawed is you're basically like cutting their fingers off at the knuckles, right? And so basically it's like someone not having their knuckles to their fingernails. And when you put pressure on it, it hurts. Like that's the cruelty part about it. But if they've not developed those pain receptors by the time they're declawed, which is like really young, as I said, I think 6 months is like a conservative estimate. I think it has to be done by like 3 months for it to not develop into, because the problem is they'll develop arthritis in those joints and stuff as they age, as they walk on them, right? Yeah, so when you declaw a cat claw, you always leave their back claws, so they still can do that. You never declaw the back claws ever. I don't think vets even are allowed to do it anymore. They could like in the 90s and stuff like that, but I think they made it to where they can't even declaw the back claws. They have to have a way to defend themselves and to scratch on stuff. That's the purpose. Again, in this day and age, there's no reason to do it though. You can get the they have like acrylic tips you can get put on your cat's nails. So basically think of like gel tip nails, and they can go and they can scratch with them, and they shed off after, I think it's about 6 to 9 months or something like that. And if you want to, you can get them redone. But for a lot of people, like they'll do it for like temporary. They have to live in an apartment for a year. They'll do that so they don't tear up the carpeting for that year or whatever. And then they don't care whenever they get their own home, right? But yeah, we don't want to be mean to the kitties. Let's find someone to raid. Thanks for hanging out. I know this was pretty much just a yapping stream, but sometimes that's needed. I really didn't want to play Fallen Order tonight and have it soil my mood and spoil it because of the bad performance that game has been giving me. I actually may just take it off the stream list. I want to try it one more time on stream, but I think it's not worth it if it's gonna keep kind of shit in the bed, right? Oh, let's see. Who is doing stuff? It's a Friday night. People have to be doing stuff, right? Oh, okay. We got Sky is drawing Pokemon. Right to Sky Body VT. They're doing some artwork. They're drawing Pokemon. That sounds pretty chill. Make sure you guys have a good evening. Stretch, hydrate, sleep, get plenty of rest. We'll be back tomorrow at probably around 3 EST to play games with Glow, to get a divorce because she hates me and she never wants to see me again. She wants a divorce. Bye. Have a good night. Bye.